Bonjour and welcome back to Vox Terra. And if you haven't done so, please do subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell. Remember when I quoted the Sierra Club as saying this infrastructure and more importantly reconciliation bill or bills before the Congress are the US of A's last best chance, last biggest chance to do something bold on climate and the environment. Well, today I want to make a special appeal to parents and focus in very narrowly on one aspect of that reconciliation and infrastructure bill or bills that the Sierra Club and Union of Concerned Scientists I'm drawing from this time are commenting on. Well, they want full funding or bigger funding, 100% funding in the case of the Sierra Club, I believe, for electric school buses. So this show is a special appeal to parents, but even if you're not a parent, watch anyway. And even if the reconciliation and even if this is all passed by the time you're watching this video, well, watch anyway. Because I'm going to give you some real useful information and useful talking points to take with you. So here are some reasons I want you to contact your Congress members and demand or ask for 100% funding for all electric school buses. From the NIH, National Institute of Health, children who are exposed to diesel exhaust from idling school buses. Children who are exposed to diesel exhaust from idling school buses, listen to this, are at increased risk of asthma, decreased lung function, immunologic reactions, leukemia, and increased susceptibility to infections. Leukemia is a type of cancer. So those kids are sitting there breathing in the diesel while the bus is idle waiting to take them somewhere. Or you're just breathing in that diesel as you're waiting for your kid to get picked up. Or maybe you live near the bus depot, but that's a lot of diesel you or your kid are breathing in. From NIH, again, diesel exhaust consists of a complex mixture of chemicals which contain known genotoxicants, one of which is benzene. Benzene, so you're breathing in benzene. Now from the Union of Concerned Scientists, a 2018 article, so this stuff's all been known, this stuff is bad to breathe in, which was focused on auto, truck, and bus exhaust, and diesel and non-diesel, but as well, also warning about the health effects of breathing this stuff in. Gas and diesel exhaust contain particulate matter that can penetrate deep into the lungs. Okay, you breathe it in and it's getting deep in your lungs. Diesel exhaust is a major contributor to particulate matter from the Union of Concerned Scientists. And listen to this, is linked to increases in illness and death, primarily from heart and lung disease, cancers, cognitive disorders. Okay, you're breathing this stuff in, it's actually messing with your brain functioning, your nervous system. And it's linked to low birth weights. Okay, so think about that if you consider yourself pro-life. It's harming the fetuses. So I start with that because even if you got people who, I'm not convinced of climate change, well, it's bad to breathe in, but climate change is coming down like a ton of bricks. Transportation is still, according to the EPA, America's largest single contributor to greenhouse gases. Those are the heat-trapping gases that we're putting out there that's trapping heat and heating our planet. And switching to electric buses is a win-win because the air is going to be cleaner where you breathe it, but also, according to the Department of Energy, and I've heard this sourced elsewhere, and I'll link it for you, electric vehicles use less energy regardless of the energy source to get from A to B. But electric vehicles can potentially be charged on all renewable energy, and regardless of all the pushback against windmills, sad to see that, the grid is still getting cleaner and more renewable over time. So you run that electric vehicle, you're more likely you're getting your energy from non-fossil fuel, less polluting sources. But even if you ain't, you're still using less energy. Well, people are going to say, what about the batteries? I agree, but the recycling of batteries and the issues regarding the extraction of materials to make those batteries are the same irresponsible environmental practices that is through our under-regulated economy or unfairly regulated economy, however you want to look at it. So you could be extracting uranium for your nuclear power, or you could be extracting oil or natural gas, and there's hazards all along the whole thing. And the recycling, it's totally weak and underfunded across the board. So that's a separate issue. But at least the air is going to be cleaner when you breathe it. This infrastructure bill, now not the reconciliation, but the infrastructure bill as it was passed, lowered the amount of funding that was initially targeted for electric school buses, and then broke it up into some money for electric school buses, some money for fossil fuel school buses, and some money for what they're calling clean school buses. But, you know, the Union of Concerned Scientists and probably Sierra Club and others, that clean category is something of a joke, because biofuels are controversial and natural gas is also a greenhouse gas contributor, and the fracking is polluting our planet with all kinds of chemicals. So as far as real politics, I just want to tell you this, highlight this for you, quoting the Union of Concerned Scientists, so you see how politics really works. We had to fight along with allies in Congress to get this provision changed to allow electric school buses to qualify for the clean funding bucket. So initially, when you're applying for those monies for your school buses, if you wanted to get that clean school bus money, you couldn't qualify as an electric bus, and they had to, you know, work on that and change that. So remember, my new slogan, politics, all changes, a noise and numbers game. If they're only hearing from the other side, that's who they're going to listen to. If you are a parent, or even if you're not, call up about that infrastructure bill, that reconciliation bill, and say you want 100%, you want funding for 100% transition to electric school buses. Remember, it's a get what you bargain for system, so don't worry about overreaching, because if you ask for a little, you're going to get nothing. You ask for a lot, you'll get a medium amount. Well, hey, I hope you found this helpful. I'll give you a link to, easy enough, it's House.gov and Senate.gov, where you can find your Congress members. And if you're watching the video after this is all passed with infrastructure and reconciliation, you still got some helpful points, you still got the idea, let them know you care about the environment and you vote. And until next time, make sure you are liking, you're commenting, you're subscribed, you're clicking that notification bell, and as always, peace be with you.